when he was eating a chicken sandwich which had left loads of mayonnaise around the corners of his mouth. In that moment, everything changed and my stomach did an actual gag thing as looking at him with the chunks of white goo on his face was so gross. This became quite an occurrence, hence the creation of the scorecard system. Top Humps. Name: Rob S., aka The Sneak. Age: 14 him, 14 me. Build: quite skinny compared to the other boys in Year 9. General vibe: bit of a wimp, moderately popular at school. Actually like: nice-ish. Special skills: low-level lying, V convincingly. Massage fingers. Fanny scale: 8 out of 10. Brain scale: 3 out of 10. Overall rating: 5.5 out of 10 equals short-term pleasure. Pre-game. During the queue for snacks from the tuck shop, he squeezed my side with his hand and my fanny got wet. The deed. I had to share a bed with him at a sleepover party. Fanny got really wet as he breathed into my neck, so I rubbed my bum against him until he finally got brave enough to put his fingers down my Superman pyjama bottoms. I came, then went to sleep without bothering about him. Pleasure, me. 1 times orgasm due to fingering. Pleasure, him. No climax as I went to sleep as soon as he made me come. Summary. He was probably just happy to have touched a girl's fanny who was actually in the same year as him. We all normally only ever went older. People who went with guys in the same year or below had something wrong with them. The next morning I felt confused and grossed out a bit. But not for long, as it's always nice when you come, isn't it? 3. I met my third proper boyfriend when I was 24. I had slept with 24.5 people, which was a number I was proud of. A business person on the news once said that in terms of salaries, you should try to earn the age you are, and if the figure is higher than your age, you are doing very well. I like to apply that rule to knobbing. I'd done very well on that front. With proper boyfriend number 3, during the first few moments of meeting, I got totally the wrong impression of him and thought he was a bit of a player, which, for me, is the secret ingredient I need when falling in love with someone who is actually a very nice guy. This niceness cannot be demonstrated too soon in case of retreat and dulled desiring feelings, but it is, of course, eventually what I want the man I am in love with to be. I was working my usual shift in the Red Dragon and a darts final was on. The pool table had its DIY wooden top fixed to it so all the men could rest their beers on it as the projector screen came down across the window next to it, so it worked as a good use of extra counter space on a match day. The pint glasses would stack up fast and during sports shifts the main goal was to recover and wash. This meant having to climb and push through all that drunk maleness to bring back their empties. Karen and Molly, who I often did shifts with and who were working that day, hated doing this as they couldn't handle the leering or bants they'd get on the roundup. So it was always my job, not because I liked the leering, I did not, but I enjoyed telling the fuckers to do one, and also I did like the leering a little bit, from the right ones. It was on one of the roundups that I noticed 3. Some guy who had a belly that looked pregnant had thrown his dart and 3 shouted, "Cunt!" really loudly at the screen, just as my head was passing by. It was very hot. He was wearing a white t-shirt with no stains on it and some loose navy Adidas sports shorts, the kind that cling to the right places. I couldn't see what shoes he had on as my view was obstructed by all the men. He was tall, looked a little bit older than me, and had a nice amount of blonde, floppy hair.